Dear students, welcome to Idea Board. Yesterday we discussed exercise 10.3 push to 5 questions. Today we are going to discussing the next questions which are present in 10.3. So now question number 6 you can see now. Find the magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bar. If A bar plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar is equal to 8. A bar plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar is equal to 8 and magnitude of A bar is equal to 8 in times of magnitude of B bar. Here clearly if condition they given, using this condition you can find magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bar. So now first you can take the given data, after that you can find magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bar. Now you can see the solution now for this question. Solution. So now given that A bar plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar is equal to 8. A bar plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar is equal to 8. So now and magnitude of A bar is equal to 8 times of magnitude of B bar. 8 times of magnitude of B bar. So now this is the given data. Using this given data you can find the magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bar. Now we can assuming this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So now two equations we have now. So now from equation 1, so now what is the value here? A bar plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar is equal to 8. Now product it. So now A bar plus A bar dot with A bar dot A bar minus B bar. So that means minus of A bar dot B bar. So now A bar product by A bar minus B bar. Next B bar product by A bar minus B bar. So now that time, so now plus B bar dot A bar minus B bar dot B bar is equal to 8. So now in which, so now A bar dot A bar is, we know the formula. Yesterday also we discussed that about that. So now A bar dot A bar is nothing but magnitude of A bar whole square minus A bar dot B bar plus B bar dot A bar. Dot product is a commutative. Dot product is a commutative. So that's why A bar dot B bar is nothing but B bar dot A bar. Both are equal but opposite signs we have, so both gets cancelled. The left value minus B bar dot B bar. So minus B bar dot B bar again you can write as magnitude of B bar whole square is equal to 8. So now from equation 2, magnitude of A bar is 8 times of magnitude of B bar. So now from equation 2, so now you can write A bar replaced by magnitude of A bar is replaced by 8 times of magnitude of B bar. So now this is whole square minus magnitude of B bar whole square is equal to 8, since from equation 2. So now from equation 2, magnitude of A bar value is replaced by 8 times the magnitude of B bar. So now you can see now it has power 2. So now that's why 8 whole square means 8 whole square is 64 into magnitude of B bar whole square minus magnitude of B bar whole square is equal to 8. So now 64 times of magnitude of B bar whole square minus 1 time of magnitude of B bar whole square. So now simplify this. This implies you will get 63 times of magnitude of B bar whole square is equal to 8. From this, lambda b bar whole square is equal to 8 by 63. Now you can simplify this. From this, when you are removing square, so now lambda b bar is equal to square root of 8 by 63. So now root 8 is equal to how much? Root 8 is equal to, this is 4 into 2. So root 4 is 2. So that's why this is 2 times 2 root 2. 2 root 2. And this is 63. Under root 63 you can write as 9 into 7. Root 9 value is 3 root 7. So now lambda b bar value is 2 root 2 by 3 root 7. So now we know lambda b bar value now. Now from equation 2 now, from equation 2, lambda of a bar is equal to 8 times of magnitude of b bar. So lambda b bar value we know now, that value you can apply here, you will get the result. So now this is 8 times of 2 root 2 by 3 root 7. Now simplify this. So now 8 2s are 16. Root 2 by 3 root 7. So now 16 root 2 by 3 root 7. So now this is lambda of a bar value. So therefore, lambda of a bar is equal to 16 root 2 by 3 root 7, and lambda b bar is equal to 8, that means 2 root 2 by 3 root 7. So now this is the required solution for this question. So now once again you can see the given data is a bar plus b bar dot a bar minus b bar is equal to 8, and lambda of a bar is equal to 8 into lambda of b bar. So now you can assuming the first one is equation 1, the second one is equation 2. Now from equation 1 you can product, then simplify. So now after that, lambda b a bar value replaced by 8 times of lambda b bar, then you can simplify it, you will get lambda b bar. Again you can take from equation 2, you can calculate lambda of a bar value. So this is the required solution. So now note down, we will discuss the next question number 7. Now question number 7, evaluate the product of 3a bar minus 5b bar dot 2a bar plus 7b bar. So now here two vectors are given, these two vectors we can dot product. Okay. So now solution for this, given 3a bar minus 5b bar dot 2a bar plus 7b bar. So now here simplify this, equal to, so now 2a bar product with 3a bar product with 2a bar. So now product first scalars. So now 3 2s are 6, a bar dot a bar. Next 3a bar product by 7b bar. So now first you can product by scalars. Product scalars you can product, 3 7s are 21, a bar dot b bar. Next minus 5a bar product with 2a bar. Now you will get minus 10 b bar dot a bar. Next minus 5b bar product with 7b bar. So now you will get minus 35 b bar dot b bar. Now you can see a bar dot b bar and b bar dot a bar commutative. So now that's why this is equal to 6 into a bar dot a bar. Formula is magnitude of a bar whole square. So now this is magnitude of a bar whole square plus 21 a bar dot b bar. This is commutative law is existed minus 10 of a bar dot b bar minus 35 magnitude of b bar whole square. So now here we need to remember a bar dot a bar is nothing but magnitude of a bar whole square and a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. So now commutative law is existed. So now these are the applications. So now these applications you can apply here. So now then simplify now. 21 a bar dot b bar minus 10 a bar dot b bar. How much? Plus 11 a bar dot b bar. Now you can write 6 into magnitude of a bar whole square plus 11 a bar dot b bar minus 35 magnitude of b bar whole square. So now this is the required solution for this question. So now note down, we will discuss the next question, question number 8. Now question number 8. Now you can see, find the magnitude of two vectors a bar and b bar having the same magnitude and such that the angle between them is 60 degrees and their scalar product is 1 by 2. So now clearly which one we want? Find the magnitude of two vectors. So now two vectors magnitudes we wanted to calculate. So now here they given they are having same magnitude. So now these two vectors having same magnitude and such that the angle between them is 60 degrees. Angle between the vectors is 60 degrees and their scalar product is 1 by 2. Here they given clearly magnitudes are equal, they mention, and angle between them is 60 degrees and scalar product is 1 by 2. Here three concepts they given. Those three concepts, first one is magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bars are equal. The second one is theta is 60 degrees and scalar product a bar dot b bar is 1 by 2. So now solution for this, let theta be the angle between a bar and b bar. Angle between a bar and b bar. So now angle between the vectors a bar and b bar you can write. Angle between the vectors a bar and b bar. A bar and b bar. Theta be the angle between the vectors a bar and b bar. So now here, since what they given here, theta is equal to 60 degrees they given, comma a bar dot b bar is equal to 1 by 2 they given, and magnitude of a bar is equal to magnitude of b bar is also they given. Now we wanted to calculate magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar values in this question. Now for that purpose, now we know that a bar dot b bar is equal to, formula is a bar dot b bar. We know that a bar dot b bar is equal to magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into cos theta. Magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar into cos theta. Here a bar dot b bar value we know now, 1 by 2 is equal to magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar is equal to magnitude of a bar. So now that's why this is also you can write magnitude of a bar into cos theta value they given 60 degrees. So now here, since magnitude of A bar is equal to magnitude of B bar, that's why here magnitude of B bar is replaced by magnitude of A bar. So now here 1 by 2 is equal to magnitude of A bar into magnitude of A bar, magnitude of A bar whole square, into cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees value is 1 by 2. So now that is, you can write here. So now this 1 by 2 and this 1 by 2 gets cancelled. Here 1 is left. So magnitude of A bar whole square. So now this implies magnitude of A bar is equal to 1. This magnitude of A bar is equal to magnitude of B bar also. So that's why here this is equal to magnitude of B bar also. So therefore magnitudes of two vectors A bar and B bar is equal to 1. Equal to 1. So now this is the required solution for this question. So now simply you can write, so now let theta be the angle between the vectors. Theta is the angle between the vectors. Theta value we know now, and scalar product they are given, and having same magnitude they mention here. Same magnitude, this point is very important in this question. So now magnitudes are same, that means magnitude of A bar and magnitude of B bars are both are equal. So now here you can take, we know the formula, A bar dot B bar is equal to magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar into cos theta. Take this formula and magnitude of B bar is replaced by magnitude of A bar, then simplify, you will get the values. So now this is the solution for this question. Note down. We will discuss question number 9 next. Now question number 9 you can see. So now find x bar if for a unit vector A bar, comma x bar minus A bar dot x bar plus A bar is equal to 12. So now here unit vector A bar they mentioned, and this is the one of the equation also they given. So now here unit vector means given that magnitude of A bar is equal to 1. So now this is they mentioned here clearly in the question. So now solution for this question, now you can see, take the given equation, x bar minus A bar dot x bar plus A bar is equal to 12. X bar minus A bar dot x bar plus A bar is equal to 12. So now from this you can dot product of these two vectors. First x bar is product by x bar plus A bar, and next minus A bar product by x bar plus A bar. So now first x bar you can product with x bar. So x bar dot x bar. Next product by A bar, now x bar. So now plus x bar dot A bar. Next minus A bar product by x bar. So minus A bar dot x bar. Next minus A bar dot A bar is equal to 12. So now here x bar dot A bar dot x bar commutative law is existed, so that's why both gets cancelled here, because since x bar dot A bar is equal to A bar dot x bar, both are equal, so that's the reason these two gets cancelled. Now x bar dot x bar and A bar dot A bar, we know the formula. So now x bar dot x bar is magnitude of x bar whole square minus magnitude of A bar whole square is equal to 12. So now simplify this. So now here mat of x bar whole square. So now since they mentioned clearly a bar is a unit vector. So mat of a bar is equal to 1. So that's why this is 1 square is equal to 12. So now since magnitude of a bar they mentioned clearly it is a unit vector, so that's why it is becomes 1. So now next this implies mat of x bar whole square minus 1 is equal to 12. So now this implies mat of x bar whole square is equal to 12 plus 1. So now this implies mat of x bar whole square is equal to 13. So now we want magnitude of x bar, so that's the reason square you can remove left side, then automatically 13 you will get square root. So mat of x bar is equal to root 13. Mat of x bar is equal to root 13. This is the required solution. Easy question. So now note down. We will discuss next question number 10. Now question number 10. Now question number 10 you can see now. If a bar is equal to 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap and b bar is equal to minus I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap and c bar is equal to 3i cap plus j cap are such that a bar plus lambda b bar is perpendicular to c bar, then find the value of lambda. Here they given 3 vectors and one condition. So now if this condition is existed, then find the value of lambda. So now that's why first solution for this. So now first take the given vectors. Given vectors are a bar is equal to 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap, comma b bar is equal to minus I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap and c bar is equal to 3i cap plus j cap. Here they given clearly 3 vectors. Now we wanted to calculate a bar plus lambda b bar which is perpendicular to c bar. So now that's why we don't know a bar plus lambda b bar. First you can calculate a bar plus lambda b bar from these given vectors. So now a bar plus lambda b bar. So now this is equal to a bar value 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. This is the a bar vector plus lambda times of b bar vector minus I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. So now how to add two vectors? You know well, in the previous classes you learnt. So now according to that concept, addition of two vectors, how to add means, so first you can take the I coefficients. So now I coefficients you can write. So now this is 2 minus 1 into lambda is minus lambda 2 minus lambda of I cap. So now I coefficients first you can add, then j coefficients. So now scalar components of j coefficients you can add now. So now here this is 2, here lambda is multiplication with this vector, so that's why this is 2 times of lambda. So now addition symbol is there, so 2 plus 2 lambda which is multiplying by j cap, 2 plus 2 lambda of j cap. Next k coefficients 3, here 1 but before lambda is there, so that's why I can multiply with lambda. So 3 plus 1 times of lambda is lambda only. This is equal product by k cap. So now this is a bar plus lambda b bar. Now here condition is a bar plus lambda b bar is perpendicular to c bar. If if A bar plus lambda B bar is perpendicular to C bar, then A bar plus lambda B bar perpendicular means dot product with C bar, that result value becomes 0. We know that if A bar is perpendicular to B bar, if and only if, then A bar dot B bar becomes 0. So now according to this concept, we know this one, two vectors are perpendicular, then the dot product value becomes 0. So now according to that concept, so now here these two vectors A bar plus lambda B bar is one of the vector and C bar is another vector. These two are perpendicular, they mentioned clearly in the given, clearly in the question. So that's why dot product you can take equal to 0. So now you can write A bar plus lambda B bar vector now 2 minus lambda of I cap plus 2 plus 2 lambda of j cap plus 3 plus lambda of k cap. So now this is the one of the vector and dot product with the C bar vector. What is the C bar vector here? 3i cap plus j cap. 3i cap plus j cap. Here k coefficient becomes 0 is equal to 0. So now this implies how to product dot product between two vectors means scalar components of I coefficients you can product now. So now 2 minus lambda of 3 plus next j coefficients you can product now 2 plus 2 lambda of 1 plus k coefficients you can product now. Here k coefficient is plus 3 plus lambda. Here no k coefficient, so that's why you can take as 0. That is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. So now you can product now by 3. 2 3s are 6 minus 3 lambda plus 1 multiplication here 2 plus 2 lambda plus 0 multiplication is plus 0 is equal to 0 only. So now this implies constants you can product now. Constant 2 plus 6 8, constant 2 plus 6 is 8 minus 3 lambda plus 2 lambda minus lambda is equal to 0. So now this implies lambda is equal to 8. So now this is the required solution. So now we wanted to find lambda, we got lambda value is 8. So now first you can take the given vectors, then after A bar plus lambda B bar you can calculate. After that, given condition, if A bar plus lambda B bar is perpendicular to C bar, then dot product becomes 0 according to the property. So now you can apply dot product between the vectors, then product it, you will get lambda value. So now this is the solution. Note down. Next question we will discuss now, question number 11. Now question number 11 you can see now. Show that mand of A bar of B bar plus mand of B bar A bar is perpendicular to magnitude of A bar B bar minus mand of B bar of A bar. So now here these two vectors are perpendicular, we wanted to show that. What is the perpendicular condition? If we are applying dot product between these two vectors, the result is becomes 0, then the given vectors are perpendicular. So according to that concept, first you take these two given vectors and dot product it, you will get 0, then the given vectors are perpendicular. So now solution for this. Solution, magnitude of A bar B bar plus magnitude of B bar of A bar. So now this is one of the vector. So now dot product with magnitude of A bar of B bar minus magnitude of B bar of A bar. So now take this equation, between dot product we are taking. So now final result you will get 0, then these two vectors are perpendicular. So now here these are the given vectors, dot product we are taking. So now dot product we are applying. So now here this is equal to dot product means the first scalar secant product. Magnitude of A bar into magnitude of A bar is magnitude of A bar whole square. So now next vector secant dot product. So now that is B bar dot B bar. Next scalars multiplication minus magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. Next vector secant product here B bar dot A bar. Next here scalar secant product plus magnitude of B bar into magnitude of A bar of A bar dot B bar. Next you can see this is positive, this is negative, post scalar secant multiply, negative, positive and negative is negative, magnitude of B bar in magnitude of B bar is magnitude of B bar whole square. So now dot product of between these two vectors, that is A bar dot A bar. So now we know that A bar dot B bar and B bar dot A bar both are equal because it is commutative. So now commutative law is existed in dot product. So according to that concept, so now these two gets cancelled. These two gets cancelled because A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. According to that concept, so now these are gets cancelled because of both are same but opposite sign. So that's why it gets cancelled. So now the remaining value you can see now magnitude of A bar whole square, B bar dot B bar is magnitude of B bar whole square. So now here before negative sign is there minus magnitude of B bar whole square, A bar dot A bar is magnitude of A bar whole square. So now both are same. So now both are scalars only. So now gets cancelled. These two also. Now the value is 0. So now dot product of these two vectors are 0. Therefore the given vectors are perpendicular. Therefore magnitude of A bar of B bar plus magnitude of B bar of A bar is perpendicular and this vector and magnitude of A bar of B bar minus magnitude of B bar of A bar are perpendicular. So now this is the required solution. Very simple. The given vectors between you can take dot product and just product it and simplify, you will get 0. So now when you will get dot product becomes 0, then the given vectors are perpendicular. So now this is the solution. Note down. We will discuss next question number 12. Now question number 12 you can see now. Question number 12, if A bar dot A bar is equal to 0 and A bar dot B bar is equal to 0, then what can be concluded about the vector b bar? What can be concluded about the vector b bar? Now you can see what can be concluded about the vector. So now a bar dot a bar is equal to 0. They given, and a bar dot b bar is equal to 0. Two conditions they given. Using these two conditions, we wanted to find the b bar vector. So now we wanted to find the b bar vector. So now you can see now solution. Suppose a bar dot a bar is equal to 0. A bar dot a bar is equal to 0. Suppose a bar dot a bar is equal to 0. Then a bar dot a bar is mat of a bar whole square. So a mat of a bar whole square is equal to 0. So now here a bar dot a bar is nothing but mat of a bar whole square. So now this is the formula. So applied here. So now when you are removing square root, then you will get mat of a bar is equal to 0. So therefore a bar is a null vector or zero vector. So now a bar is a null vector or zero vector. A bar vector we know now. So therefore now a bar dot b bar is equal to 0. A bar dot b bar is equal to 0. Now you can take it. Now a bar dot b bar is equal to 0. A bar is a null vector. So now b bar is satisfying this equation for any vector because a bar is a null vector. So therefore b bar is satisfying or satisfies b bar is satisfies the equation a bar dot b bar is equal to 0. So therefore b bar is any vector. B bar is any vector. So now b bar is any vector because a bar is a null vector. So now here, so now a bar dot b bar is equal to 0 we are taking. B bar is satisfies this equation a bar dot b bar is equal to 0 for any vector. So therefore b bar is for any vector. So now that's why. So now b bar is any vector. So now this is the solution. We concluded b bar is any vector. So now that's why note down. Tomorrow we will discuss the left of the questions which are present in exercise 10.3. So now thank you very much.